I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Meeting of July 3rd. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes from last week's meeting? Is there any additions or corrections?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0. Okay. Mr. Joe's not here yet. I think maybe there's a couple things that we'll probably need to talk about. Last week you had said something about changing the date of our meeting in August.
I can't be here on the 14th. I have a consulting gig. I'm going to be out of town.
Okay. The way I've been getting it is that it's probably best not to change the meeting unless there's more than one commissioner can't be there because of how the meetings are
Already structured.
structured. It's kind of our general meeting time and place. I don't really have a problem either way, but so I would probably go along with that. Now, if there's any other, opinions, I'd be glad to hear them.
I think we should state our structure, but I also feel if there's something crucial comes up, that we make no decision until all three commissioners are here.
Well, I think that's our budget finalization meeting.
Oh, well, that's
Is that?
I don't know. It's on your. I don't have my calendar.
That would be different.
I think that's what has to be.
It's the
I think
25th.
that one has to be published.
That's the final, but don't we have
There's nothing scheduled on that week of August for.
okay, the budget hearing is on the 31st. Okay. So that's like 3 weeks. So.
And if something comes up and it is scheduled that week, I'd reconsider it.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Okay, we got plenty of time here. Michelle, have we made payment to the city for the theater thing yet?
No. You told me that you were going to do that in 3 parts over the next 3 years, but I did not make a PO because you were going to discuss it first.
Okay. What fund would that come in? I mean, that's the next thing for us to do. So.
That would probably be up to you guys to decide because that was a non-budgeted
For this year.
item. Yeah. Correct.
I don't know what does the commissioners have in their budget?
I don't.
That would be. I mean, that's probably for this year. Yeah, 'cause I think they're wanting that. Wouldn't you approach Jack? They need a little money from us. They'd like to have a lot of money from us.
Yeah.
I think they've started work. So.
Yeah.
I had gotten in touch with Justin. He had sent something to Michelle. I had talked to him, and I said our discussions was that we'd like to do like a 3-year divided equally, and he thought that was a good idea. But that's something there that I didn't know whether, we really don't have a PO or anything, and I wanted to make sure that that's on the.
This is the budgeted amount for the county general with the different account classes there. So it would have to come out of something there.
What we agreed to. 183.
25.
25.
From what I'm understanding, you agreed to 25,000. Now, how you were going to pay it, or for what time frame you were going to pay it out of, was something you were going to determine later.
My email was to Justin was that in 3 equal portions over 3 years, or 1 a year.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Are we gonna pay some of it this year?
I
Yes, the
presume
first
within
was-
the next couple of weeks.
Maybe we pay some of it this year, or a third this year,
Mhm.
and a third reserves we can in January, and the 2020. So they have as much money up front as they can. In other words, pay now,
Mm-hmm.
pay in January, and pay the following January.
Okay, should we put that in the budget somewhere?
Yeah.
For 2 payments?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Make sure that Jamie knows that that's. I'm sure that
I think
I-
the Y cuts off next year. I think that's the last time we was committed
I think
that
we got one
one more after that. I think next year's last year.
for 19. I believe is the
Our
last
first
year.
year, we'll 10 more than that's it.
Yeah. So there will be that and
Then-
1 year of two
Yes.
projects.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out the fund probably at a later time.
Mhm.
So, come on up.
I'll go ahead and work on the PO for that though. Defense meeting.
Yes.
PO on that.
Here is the original one, in case anybody doesn't have one. On the first one. Here's something to this one here. And this is a breakdown of the prices or the costs of everything.
I give him actually.
No, this is for the second.
I give him a second.
Okay, there's 5 of them.
I may have gave an extra one.
Okay. What happened if this wasn't included last week?
Because of the price of it, and it could be added at any time, I felt, we'd try to get this other air conditioning in. If we decided to do this, it could be added at any time.
This was probably a request from Wes after the fact, didn't it?
Yes.
That's what I took it as.
But I had took this into consideration because you can get these with 4 heads in the unit. But the trouble with that would be, it'd be a lot cheaper, but then your unit would have to run 24/7, 365 days a year. And that would wear the unit out really fast. Even
Why
though,
would you have to run it in the wintertime?
because that server, you have to run it round year round.
That server puts out a lot of.
Is there any other options? Can we put something in there, a standalone thing, may not be as economically cheaper?
There is one in there right now. It's a standalone, and it's a lot cheaper, but it's running full bore.
What's wrong with keeping that? Cost
If
of,
that's what you want to do, that would be. I mean, it's been working for over a year.
and
it does-
what's a unit like that cost?
I put it in. I think it was $400, $500.
How long has that been? Is that
Probably since we moved, and probably going on 2 years.
I think that's the second unit that we put in there. I think there's been another one. The trouble with this one in here is it's very inefficient and it's not quite enough. It's 13,000 BTU, and this one here is at 24,000.
I don't know why we'd have to have another compressor. That's what Wes said, that we'd have to have a separate compressor adding that room.
Right, like I said, we can get a 4-head unit to go out there, a compressor. But then you're going to take that compressor and you're going to make it run 365 days a year around the clock. And it's going to wear out, a couple of years, and it's going to be, yeah. So you're taking it's going to be a lot more than just the way it was. So that's the reason why. I'm a little confused, Jim. Okay. Last week or the week before, we approved the unit for the office there and for this room here. And the office in the basement. And the office in the basement. Yes, 3 offices. Okay, and that is $5,700. Yes. Okay. So this And- other one is an add-on. How did that come to light? Wes asked me about it, if I could put one in while we was doing this for the vault.
Does
because,
this come out of his budget?
yes, he says he has the money in his budget. But like I said, originally I looked at the vault, but to do that, you would be putting this unit out here, running it all the time, and it would just not be a good thing for it. It just really wouldn't.
Unit, need another unit, or?
You can get these units with up to 4 heads that go on the wall, 4 different air conditioning rooms.
Right.
But, and then you'd also have to upsize this in quite a ways from what the 2.5 ton. Because this is a 13,000, which is just over a ton that's in here. It's probably actually about a 10,000, which is under a ton that's in here now, and it doesn't keep it cold enough. It sometimes, if you go in there, it's pretty warm.
Let me ask you this, is there another office if we bump this BTU up a little bit, such as county council, Jerry Cockleman's? It's hot up there.
The run of line said, I think it's like 175 feet total, and that's for all the units, so that would be a way above that. Right now
I know, but you're talking peanuts for cost up here on the line. Isn't that pretty minor?
there's just so much that they will handle.
Oh, I see, okay, I see.
And we're right there at it right now if my measurements were close, which they may or may not be. But to go up there, it would be, you'd almost have to mount it on the wall up there or something on the outside of the courthouse there. I mean, that's what you'd have to do up there.
So why did you not consider this vault the first time?
Because the vault has to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because that is on all the time. You also would have to have it where at 10 below zero that the air conditioner can run. Well, to do that, you have to put heaters and stuff on the outside unit, and you also have to have it where the blower motor will stop running when it gets down to a certain temperature. So
We can add this on at any time.
yes, the only advantage to this adding it on right now would be if we went ahead and had the wiring done right now. It would probably be slightly cheaper. It wouldn't be a huge deal, but it would be slightly cheaper.
I'd say if we can do it anytime, let's put it off, because we've got so much with these budgets that it's making me a little ill. So I guess if it's only going to be slight difference by putting it off, I don't have any problem with it. That's my opinion.
The only thing, I agree with you, but the later's gonna come sooner than what you think, and we're gonna end up paying a little bit more for maybe a project 30 days from now. Maybe you'll come in and how you gonna deny it? And he says, I have no money.
What's the value of our servers, especially if they fail?
$50,000.
I'm talking about they fail just the unit.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think one unit was 100,000, very close to it.
But if it failed, it was worth.
Critical, very critical.
I 100% agree with Eric, except I think we should do it anyway. Because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. I mean, I understand what he's saying because he's right on.
Or when you say fail, are you afraid of the current system
No,
failing?
I'm worried about the network server.
I was going to say, because one AC unit could fail.
No,
as
no,
well.
I understand that.
So that's where I was coming from. You know, that's just my thought. So do I hear a motion?
$2,300 there, $2,300 there, $5,000 there. Those are the real money eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying is while we're doing it, while we're wiring it, I just would hate to see those servers fail. It would make us completely unable to operate. Today we depend on systems.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I haven't been in there lately, so I don't know. Today it's probably pretty warm in there. I mean,
85 degrees in this morning.
and see, they're supposed to run, I think it's 65 or something, and at a real low humidity. And they're not doing either. So But as far as the units, I mean, the unit I put in is just like anything else. Mechanically, it's going to fail eventually, the AC. But this one in here is making it run in a hotter environment than it's supposed to, because also this unit, in all honesty, I would say because of the way this is run, if this unit lasts 3 years, it will have paid for itself. Now you'll never see it because it's in such a big building and it's got such a monthly electric bill that you'll never see it, but it will be that big of an efficiency difference.
The current system that's in there, can that be utilized somewhere else?
That would be a great system to have around for if an air conditioner failed somewhere, you could roll it into that office and give them air conditioning, give us time to figure out what to do instead of being in a rush to do it. So yes, it could definitely be utilized. As a matter of fact, I've thought about buying one for the maintenance department just for that. So
The 2308, is that's after the tax credit?
that's after the tax credit. It's 30,000 or 33,000.
There's only a tax credit on this one, not on
The other one, but I don't know why I didn't. I thought I brought that, but I didn't. I copied the wrong one.
so there would be 20.
The other one's $1,312 of tax credits.
On the one that we approved last week?
Yeah.
Well, so what would the total be with the tax credit then on this, or without it? I mean, we'll have to pay outright, correct?
Yes, it's a top number there, total materials only.
Oh, right here, all right.
And that's the other thing on this here, this is going to come in under this almost definitely. This is an estimate, and the county's only going to pay what we actually spend. I'm not a contractor, we're doing it in-house. So if something here isn't needed, we don't pay for it. It's not like this is a bid or anything. This is actually just for the materials.
Okay.
So
I would move that we put this addition on for the vault and the server protection for an amount of $2,308.46 after the tax credit, or $29.98 before the tax.
I can't make a second motion of that because it's almost like he waited till we okayed this. He should have come forth right off the get-go. So I can't second that motion.
just for information only, I didn't tell Wes that we were doing this. I didn't.
He had no knowledge.
He had zero knowledge of this whatsoever. And like I said, it was because of the needing a second unit anyways, the reason why I didn't go with it. In other words, if I could have put a 4-head unit in, which is what I priced originally, but after talking to the rep from the company, he said that he would not do that with his server.
What's your recommendation?
I think it really needs something in there myself.
Okay, we don't want no more of those. We can get $10,000 for it, and now we're going to have to pay to get rid of the tax deal. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, definitely, though.
Okay.
And
All right, with hearing that, I'll second it. I'll second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Passed 2-1.
I need these here. Signed.
And do we need, I'll have to have approval to sign the tax credit for Historical Society?
Yes, I need just your signature on it at the bottom of it.
Do I hear a motion to allow me to sign off on the Historical Society's tax?
That's so moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
3-0. Is that?
It's down at the bottom there where it says owner's no, it's up. Owner's signature. And there's a date there. Should be July the 3rd.
It's a different form, I think, than the other one. SHPO deputy?
No, it's up where it says owner. You would be the
Oh,
owner.
okay. I was missing it.
That's what they will hopefully sign and send back to
Sorry.
So we're gonna have, this have to come out of two different accounts.
It's actually, the way I understood it, would be like 3 or 4 different accounts. Because Wes is gonna pay for this one here, completely out of his budget.
Come up with some money, I think, and
HR.
HR, and then some of it's coming out of another account. But this $29.98 will be coming out of Wes' budget, and then I don't know how you guys will do the tax credits, or who gets how on that. So
Portion it out, whatever percent they put in, they would get back. I mean, that would be
okay,
the correct way of doing it.
this is gonna be a lot of different jobs in this one check.
Yeah. Didn't realize that.
So I was gonna close this out until this came up. So we've got competent people who will get it worked out.
Will you please scan that for me?
Yes.
Have them scan it.
I will.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Jack, do you have something for us? Okay. You said that Peggy's coming in at, excuse me, 1:30? We have any older unfinished business?
well, have we got notification from Mrs. Rice that and we set up some dates for strategic planning and Trudy Rice, I believe is her name.
I had Jamie contact.
Contact and notified the other candidates.
Yes, and so that
It's in the works.
that's something else that I had a conversation with Jamie a little bit ago. We're going to have to figure out who's going to be our point person here. When we decided we wanted to do this strategic planning, it was brought to our attention that she didn't have time for this, and it was only kind of agreed that she would only have to help choose a candidate, and so I think that this is not necessarily going to have to just fall for a job for her. So we're going to have to find a point person, where we haven't chosen a point person yet. So,
I thought Mrs. Rice would get a hold of each department head and that would be a one-on-one, and then she'd come to us.
but that was part of the thing. She even said that the point person is going to be very strategic and a contact person. That kind of follows up, and because the facilitator can't be here every day and to do the menial follow-ups and that kind of stuff. So we're going to have to find somebody to be that point person.
Looks like maybe Mr. Royce could do it.
Do you want me to get in touch with her?
This is kind of your specialty.
Well, I think someone maybe needs somebody to go to. Usually it would come out of human resources in some way. So if Jamie doesn't have the time, maybe she can make a recommendation.
Do you think it would be a good idea to contact Trudy Rice and say, what qualifications, what do you need, so we have some kind of job description of what?
I guess she'd be a good place to start with.
Okay, I will contact her this week and make sure that we know, maybe even an estimate of what time limits and things that we, time requirements that it will take.
We have 3 employees in here. Any suggestions from any one of the 3 employees who might be a good contact person?
Be the point person for strategic planning.
Peggy's always good at that kind of thing.
I wasn't listening, so,
We need a point person. We're going to do a strategic planning for the county. And we have a facilitator chosen, but we're going to need a point person for the county.
I have someone to suggest, but I think I might want to suggest it to Jamie. Because she's at this point, is the point person.
Okay.
But I have someone I could suggest.
Okay. Well, if there's any ideas, that's
yeah, if it's about personnel, then I would think it should go through Jamie. Jamie should be the one that kind of either facilitates or chooses who does that. I would hate to step on her toes.
okay.
If it's something, I would think she would be the one that do as HR.
Okay. Do you have any county councilor updates?
Yeah, I think it might be better to wait till after. I think we probably ought to have a half-hour executive session. It's a little longer than I'd said, but I think it'd probably take that
Okay, so you're
with Amy.
okay.
Attorney Bryant, correct? And here's the wording.
There's Wes coming back.
I move the Board of County Commissioners recess an executive session at 1:29 p.m. for consultation with an attorney for public body, which would be deemed privileged to the attorney-client relationship as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319B2. The purpose of the closed session is to protect the confidentiality of the discussion of the board. Come out of session at 1:59 p.m. in the Commission Room, first floor courthouse. Those present will be 3 county commissioners, Pat Henderson, the county councilor, and Peggy House, the director of the Cedar Village. Anybody else?
Anybody else, Patrick?
No.
I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0. You want to make that motion?
I can. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the chairman to sign an agreement extending key employee retention agreements with 3 key employees at Senior Village.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 2-0, 1 abstention. Were you done with your county council updates, or did you have some?
I did it a little more. I can't remember if I told you already about the opioid litigation. We had a county councilors association meeting 2 weeks ago. The consensus of the county councilors there that I talked to, and many of them were, their counties had joined in litigation, was that, gosh, I'm not really sure that I see that there are damages that the county can prove, but Sedgwick County has signed up for it, and if they get something and we don't, my county commissioners are going to be mad. And that was, and that there didn't seem to be much, if any, risk involved. So that seems to be the consensus, and that's sort of the discussion that I think we've had here about it. There is another law firm in Florida that is handling the cases, and I have requested information about and from them so that they would at least have a comparison of counsel. And so I hope to have that for you. So as soon as I get the information, I'll forward that along. And then the last is, last week, Michelle received a notice of there's a pending class action lawsuit involving payment in lieu of taxes. The federal government, to the extent that they own real estate, frequently has a mandate to make a payment to local government to replace the taxes that would have been on the property if the federal government didn't own the property. And Congress in the last few years has not fully funded all of those, the amounts that they had traditionally paid or by some statute were required to pay. And Atchison County apparently had received some a payment in lieu of taxes in the past, and I think it relates to the Benedictine Bottoms wildlife area, although I haven't been able to verify that yet. We did receive notice that there is class action litigation that we're either going to have to do nothing and remain in or take some action to opt out. So, these are the agreements. There's 2 of each.
So everyone needs a signature by me?
And that's all I have. Yeah, no.
Any other need of an executive session?
Not that I know.
Okay. With that, is there anything, any other public comment or anything else? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn at, did you have something, Jack? No, I at a corner of my eye, I thought I seen you notice it. Okay, adjourn at 2:09. Second. It's been moved and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? We are adjourned.